George and I were best friends for 50 years, and my favorite thing to do on Monday morning when we would go in and read the script, if I saw the Munster Koach was going to be used, it was a very exciting thing for me for two reasons. Number one, we would be outside, which we didn't see the light of day very often because we were always in the soundstage with a very dark and dingy Munster set. And number two, I would always ride up in the back in the coachman's seat, have the best seat in the house, so to speak. And this was a car that was the most iconic TV car at the time. So I had the best of both worlds. I was riding around in the Munster Koach, and I was outside.
So what does it actually feel like to ride in that seat in the back that's above it? You can actually see over the roof.
And there was no seat belt, and Fred had a tendency to pop the clutch, so you better hold on.
So you're doing popping wheelies down the road, or?
No, we took it out. He took it out one time, unauthorized, out the front gate to Lancashire Boulevard, and went for about a 3-block joyride and came back. But that was the only time we actually drove it on the actual street, although it had been used after that many, many times for parades and such.
Now,
I took it to the TV Land Awards once. I had George drive us up. Instead of a limo, I had the Munster Koach, and George actually drove it and drove me and Natalie to the awards, which was excellent.
Which car did you like better? There was that one, and then there was the Dragula, right?
Well, I've got a Munster Koach. I have a Munster Koach, and I had a Dragula. I would always drive the Dragula because it was like the hot rod car. Even though the Koach was fast, it had a big block. My Koach had a big block Chevy in it. Has a big block Chevy, but the Dragula was always faster and louder. So that would be the car I would drive because it was a single seater, and I was the only. Yeah, there's my car. There you go. So yeah, that was the Dragula was the one that would light him up and get sideways, and had a lot more power per pound ratio.
So you wound up with your sports car after all.
Somewhat, yeah. I always was back in '69 when I got my license. My first car was a Mach 1, and I had that for a couple of years, and then I wound up getting a 427, 435 Vet, which was a beast back then, and I always had pretty cool cars as a kid, and muscle cars were all the rage. So I grew up in a really good time. I really enjoyed my childhood. I was born in '53, so I saw a little bit of the '50s, remember a little bit of the '50s, and all of the '60s and '70s. So I couldn't have asked for a better window on life.